got a bit of a different video for you today. It will include some fishing, but I want to sort of share with you guys the journey I've been on with fishing, and I think the most appropriate point to start this journey is where I actually used to live. Now, I can't show you the house for obvious reasons, but we're going to start from the road, and I'm going to take you to quite a special venue for me. And this is the first lake that I actually ever fished. So I hope you enjoy it. To go to school there many years ago. I haven't been down this road in decades. So this is the street I used to live, Wilmot Road. It's changed a lot. Can't believe I've actually remembered the way, but we're not that far. Where we're going is a place that's quite special to me and my family. We used to go here most weekends, every weekend, but when obviously we started fishing, we used to come to Sutton Park, and I used to fish Blackroot Lake with my dad. So I think it's down here. I hope the gates are open. They should be. Great, the gates are open. I think it comes down here. You can either take a right, or you go to another one of the lakes. I think it's Bracebridge, so you're gonna have to forgive me because I haven't been here for decades and I'm getting loads of memory flashes. Yeah, and left to Blackroot. Just here. There we go. So I've just parked the car under the tree we always used to park. Dad, correct me if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. That'll be great. I'm gonna just have a walk round, just show you. I'll come back and get the rods, and we'll do a bit of fishing a bit later. Wow, I'm here. I haven't been here in years. Beautiful. Another memory flashback. There used to be like a wooden sort of fence, really, ranch style fence, that used to go around and just square off a little bit of this, because this is only a foot deep to about where that coot is there. So you used to be able to just paddle in here, and I just remember doing that with my sister. My mum and dad used to bring us. This was, I was 8, 9, so this would have been late 80s, 88, 89. Yeah, and then one winter we came down here and all this was completely frozen. I think that was 89, because we had quite a lot of snow back then, from what I remember. Again, Dad, let us know in the comments. You're gonna have to give these people some of the information that I either get wrong or can't fully remember. Well, I didn't want to fish here anyway. I want to fish over there, where I used to fish with my dad. We mainly used to fish directly opposite where you can see now. It looks really overgrown. I don't know if I will be able to fish the old pegs we used to. I'm hoping we will, if they're still there. So you can't fish here. I don't know if you can fish on this bank. We also used to fish over that direction. There's loads of fish topping in the water. Can't wait to get the waggler out and see what we can get. Now in here, we used to catch perch, roach, rudd, crucian, carp, normal carp, commons. There's meant to be some huge bream in here, up to about 6 or 7 pounds, big pike, big carp from some of the videos I've seen, because I've been doing some research on this because I wanted to make this video for quite a while, as I've said. I think my dad said, this was drained in the 80s. It's been drained a couple of times, but there was like a monster pike that was found that I think was up to 30 pounds. I don't know if that's true or not. But yeah, it's a big expanse of water to drain. But there are some monsters in here. I know that. I'd love to remember how many times exactly we fished here. It's got to be hundreds. As I said, it was 80s that we started coming here, just walking, and got into fishing when I was around 10, so late 80s, 1990 is when I got into it, and this was the first lake that my dad brought me to. And I think he used to fish it when he was 10, many years before. So that's why this place is special. It's been in the family as such for a long time. So on the odd occasion we did come on this side of the lake. This is a peg that we used to use. Pretty decent size, as you can see. Obviously it's fallen away a little bit there. But from memory, I think where those sticks are coming out of the water there, it's about 4 feet, roughly. I don't know, I can't remember how deep it goes to the middle. Dad, again, in the comments, if you can remember as well. I remember my dad catching one of the smallest roaches I've ever seen, but it was one of the biggest bites I'd also ever witnessed as well. We reckon it was being chased by a pike because that float just disappeared. He yanked it up, expecting it to be something substantial, and it was a 2.5-inch roach. It's hilarious. So I'm just going to take a short walk. This is again another family walk we used to do virtually every weekend. So the lake is 5 minutes down there. And I think this takes you to where I used to go mountain biking. There's a big steep hill that everyone used to fly down on the left. And I think on the right is the brook, which I think is Plants Brook. There's a school named after it in Sutton somewhere. And we always used to go sort of fishing for tadpoles, and I think there was minnows there. My dad nearly fell in, I think. That was quite funny. I think we got it on an old VHS video somewhere. There we go, it's still here. Doesn't look that steep, but when you're 10 and you're up there with your pals and you're racing down, it is pretty steep. And many a time we ended up in that. Can't believe it's still here, it's brilliant. So I just had another memory flash. So I'm going to show you this place that we used to come every time it snowed. This hill was legendary. We had so much fun here, so much fun coming down here. I think it was an orange plastic sledge that we had. And there used to be dozens of kids and parents at the weekend. So you could get to the end of the stretch of road there. We nearly did it, believe it or not. But my dad and his friends, they sometimes lined up here just to stop the kids hurting themselves. But yeah, we will get to fishing, guys, I promise. It's just that I haven't been here in a very long time, and there are all these, as I said, memory flashes that I want to share, really. If you go up that way for about half a mile, I think that takes you to the Hartop Gate where we pulled in earlier. And then over there, we used to play football on this field, because over there is the play area. And that's the town gate, Sutton Town Gate, I think. But yeah. I remember coming here, I think it was 1991. I'm sure we were here every day in the 6 weeks holiday. We were doing something, whether it's fishing, playing in the park, football, exploring, bikes, you know. We used to bike, when my parents let me when I was about 12 or 13, because we lived over there, a couple of miles away. So it was easily cyclable. And I just used to remember spending hours with my mates just cycling around. We used to say we'll go to every single lake. There's 7 lakes in Sutton Park. We used to just go to each one. Sometimes take the rods as well. Yeah. Well, I'm going to head back over there. I'll show you the brook. Just down that road, by the way, and you take a right. I think there's a pub. I don't know if it's a park house. It's kind of in that woodland. One of my dad's friends was in there having a pint, and he bumped into Duff McKagan, the bass player out of Guns N' Roses, Velvet Revolver. And he had a drink with him. This was, I don't know, 20, 25 years ago. Thought I'd share that with you as well. We used to spend hours and hours. Can't see any fish, but there used to be fish in here. Sticklebacks, minnows, tadpoles. We used to fly over this bridge as well. It didn't look like this back in 1990. So we used to come down here, the other side, the other end of the brook, build dams, race from there through there on our bikes up there. It's where my dad fell in. I wish I could find that video. That'd be great. I'm sure he'd love that. While I'm over this way, I'm actually going to show you another pool that we used to fish regularly. I'm sure it's this way. It's called Keeper's Pool. There used to be an outdoor swimming bath, but that was taken down a long, long time ago. I'm sure it's down this path. Oh, I thought it was down here. Yep. Here we are, guys. This is Keeper's Pool. Beautiful. So this is where the outdoor swimming pool used to be. All on this land here. Used to be sort of tiered, changing rooms. Huge pool it was. You can see some of the old plumbing works and stuff. There's a lovely pool. We used to fish along that bank and this bank, and occasionally we used to kind of work our way through the trees. We never did lure fishing back then. It's always float and feeder. But I remember meeting one of my dad's friends here who was fishing on top of that wall, and he was just catching massive perch every cast, sort of 3 or 4 pound. His name's Les Orton, and I actually bumped into him a few weeks ago when I was fishing at Coppice Lane Fisheries in Ammerwich. He's one of the bailiffs there, and he come to ask for the ticket, and I said, I know you. And he said, I know you as well. I'll put a picture up so you can see what it looks like. But yeah, it's a blast from the past. I hadn't seen Les. He was actually a builder by trade, and in 1990 he built an extension for Mum and Dad, and he used to love winding my mum up. A treat. I just found it hilarious. Yeah, that was funny. I think he's had a hip operation. So if you're watching this, Les, I hope you're well, mate. I think Les was fishing here, that memory I shared with you. I'm sure it was around here. He wasn't out very far, probably 20 feet. I can't remember how deep this pool is. I think it is quite deep in the middle. Well over 10 feet. Correct me if I'm wrong. But there are still some massive perch in here. I think they tend to hold up against this wall predominantly. So we came from that way. If you go up that path there, at 5-10 minutes maximum, you come back to Blackroot, so that's where we're going to go. So we're back at Blackroot. Hope these don't attack me. This lake is great, honestly. It really is. I think I've probably walked about 4 or 5 miles. I've walked around here twice, all the way around. And obviously we've walked up to some of the memory spots and Keeper's Pool. So I'm going to sit down for 5 minutes, have a drink, and I'm going to go get the rods. See if we can get any fish whatsoever. One fish. To be fair, this is the only place, only venue, that if I blanked, I wouldn't be disappointed, not in the slightest. Yeah, it wasn't 5 minutes, it was barely a minute. I'm just too eager to go and get the rod and catch some fish. I got the rod, got the gear. Look how beautiful that is. Even the smell brings back memories of just pine trees all lined down this one bank. It smells beautiful. I was trying to think earlier, the first time, I know I was 10, so it's got to have been 1990. I'm sure it's around October. So yeah, nearly 35 years to the day. I'm coming back to fish the first lake. So yeah, some of the pegs here are really overgrown. I've seen a lot of people fishing for pike and perch using the lures the last few weeks, and they've been right over on the far bank, but this looks familiar. I think this was the peg. Yeah, I think it was, because it's almost sort of like some natural steps that the roots have created. I could have 4. Yeah, that wasn't there, and that weren't as big, but we'll see if we can cast out and get something. So I'm fishing, it feels great. There's my float, about 3.5 feet in depth, Put a couple of maggots on, thrown a few out. Let's see if we can get something. Can't wait to get caught and snagged in all these. Marvellous, just like I was when I was 10. The first time I actually saw a fish caught, we had some friends down in Evesham. I think the kid's name was Philip McKercher, and he took me fishing. He was a couple of years older than me, I think, and I saw him catch a perch out the river, and I just thought it was fascinating. I held it, got spiked, obviously. That's when I thought I might like this. So I remember coming back from that day we spent with them. I must have been around my birthday, because for my birthday I got my first fishing rod. It was from Argus. I remember that much, and I've still got it, so I'm going to dig that out. And I've still got the bait box and the tackle box with a little bit of tackle in it. So yeah, I remember that was the kind of first time I thought, I like this a lot. In about 20 minutes, no bites, no fish, and I don't care one bit. I really do remember testing my dad's patience when I started to learn how to fish, getting snagged, you know, snagged every 3 seconds, getting annoyed, getting frustrated. But he was actually very patient, and I kind of remember that every time Harry gets snagged. You know, there's a robin there trying to eat my bait. It's just, you know, it's a learning curve. And if you want your children to get into fishing, you've got to give them a bit of time, a bit of knowledge, a bit of expertise, and a lot of patience. It goes a long way. Well, Dad, I think this was your peg. That's where I am over there. As you can see now, there's trees growing out of it. And there's kind of remnants of another one. Sort of. Flooded. Rotten. It's a shame, really, that it's not kept like it used to be. Because it used to be immaculate, all of these pegs, but never mind. Fishing for me is probably the only hobby that's really stuck. I've had loads in the past, you know, recently back into Lego, but not really anymore to the extent that I was. But fishing is something I've always come back to. Yeah, I haven't fished every year since I started, but I always come back to it. This year hasn't been great for me, but I won't really go into detail on that on this video, but fishing has really helped, more so than ever, I think. I think it's just something I'll never ever give up. I wonder if I'll actually catch a perch, because that was my first ever fish, ever. What was your first fish? Let us know in the comments. Always love that question. Yeah, Dad. Caught a perch. Quite ironic, really. First fish I caught here, way back. So I was just thinking, it would have been great if my dad could have come up and fished this with me, but I think what I'm going to do is try and arrange that, because obviously my parents live in Cornwall, So it's about 250, 300 miles away. But what I'm going to do, an idea for a video, is 3 generations of fishing. So I'd love my dad to come here with me, and I'll take Harrison as well. And I just think it'll be a really fun day, whether we catch or not, to have my dad, me and my son fishing together. Getting a few little bites on the float. As I said, it's more the experience rather than the amount of fish I catch in this place. It's been great coming here. There we go, another little perch, Dad. You can hear me over all the Canada geese flying about. Not big fish, but I caught it at Blackroot, so it's one of the best fish I've ever caught. Bird life around here is phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. It's another thing my dad got me into at a young age that I still have a passion for. There's so much up in the canopies: firecrests, goldcrests, long-tailed tits, blackbirds, woodpecker. Amazing. I've packed up now. We've had a couple of hours, had a few more perch out, similar size to the ones you've seen before. It wasn't really about the amount of fish today. It's about the memories, nostalgia, the experience of coming back to the first lake I've ever fished with my dad. I hope he likes this video. I hope you like this video, Dad. Don't forget to like it as well. I'm definitely going to come back here, bring Harry, hopefully my dad as well, do a film on that. I think that would be great. Just want to thank my parents really for bringing me and my sister here so regularly when we were growing up. Created some fantastic memories that are still with me today and will be forever. Obviously, a special thanks to my dad. Really is a special dude. Just want to thank him for introducing me to fishing and all the experiences and trips we've had over the years. Yeah. It's time to go back to the car, up the hill. Hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Just let us know in the comments if you have enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up. See you soon, Blackroot. I'll make sure it won't be as long next time.